It's like keeping in the door.
So guys, you don't want to see me. You came for Mark Gosselaar and Elizabeth Berkley. So let's please give them a
Mark Paul has the coolest beard. He's working on his new show. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah!
Oh, you stickos out. I'm like, I like Stir. I kidnapped a kid when he was... Yeah, obviously you haven't seen it, but these people are like, I didn't like Stir. I didn't like Stir. He kidnapped a girl and then tortured her for 20 years. They're like, he's not. He's good. He's really not good. You're really bad. But I love you for watching it. So we got 7 seasons and we're filming that right now. So thank you for watching. Because I tell you what, and I'm sure Elizabeth knows this too, is that we do shows and then we have to compete against streaming sometimes. And if you're on a network show, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but with a network show, you gotta watch it on the night it comes out or within that first day. Right. Because we can't survive. First count, because streaming you can watch on network.
Are we echoing?
Yeah.
Multiple times?
It's a big room.
But yeah, watch if we're on a network show, watch it because otherwise they go away. And then you watch it on streaming and you're like, wow, that was a great show.
I have a question. Are you directing any?
I will at the end of the season.
Mark Paul, I don't know if any of you know this about him, but he is an incredible director. I was fortunate enough to have my friend direct me and our castmates on the reboot of Saved by the Bell that we did for Peacock, and it was just the best. It was the best. It's like, you guys know when you're doing anything with a best friend, friends forever, dear friends, that makes such a difference just in communication and ease and trust, and so I was really grateful. I want to do it again.
That was fun. It was always fun. It was like surreal to be able to direct.
Tiffany and I,
you and Tiffany and Mario, like, this is funny. Like Mario and I have a funny like
banter and
dynamic.
Yeah.
To tell Mario to do something. Right? Mario, I want you to try this. He does. It's kind of like this. He's like, okay, bro. But I was very happy with the episode. Anybody who hasn't seen it, there's a bunch of you that haven't seen the reboot.
I know, I have found
somebody came up to me and goes, you guys should really do a reboot. A reboot of the reboot?
I think part of the issue is it came out during the pandemic, and Peacock at that time, we were the first show launching Peacock. Yeah. Now everybody knows what Peacock is. We were a reboot on a streaming service that no one had heard of at that moment. So I think they should relaunch it. And we get to season 3, no?
Yeah! If we did that, it's a fair joke.
Or maybe Netflix grabs it.
Your baseball score watching.
Peacock was a home for it. So I keep looking down at my phone. You'll excuse me. My son is a baseball player. He's a travel ball. He's only 10. I'm missing a tournament, but I have it on my phone to play. And at the moment, he is at bat, and he's down on a strike right now. So now it's 1-1. So he might play. It's bottom of the 5th inning, 1 out. Denver Costa's up. We got a man on second, and it's 1-1. So I'll keep you updated.
I've actually never seen it like it's animated as opposed to live.
Yeah, check this out. I'm gonna do a commercial. It's 2-in-1. I'm gonna do a commercial for this, but if you hit the sound button, listen to this. CBA reaches 10U. A.
Gosselaar is in that.
Let's go, Gosselaar. All right, I found that out. 2-2. This is not picture. There's no trouble with this picture. I'm going to put it out there right now. This is, literally, my hands are sweating right now. It's like, I don't know this. I know this team.
Okay, where are they from?
This is a tough team. These are teams out in San Diego. This is a tough team, but the score is tied 8-8. So yeah. Anyway, let's go for it. We're gonna get questions in my mind.
We would love to take some questions from you, unless you want to give more. But give us an update. Okay. So, how are we going to do this? We'd love to just start. The microphone is right there, and maybe we start a little line and we start hearing from any one of the people. I like your question.
Elena?
Hi. So first of all, Elizabeth, beautiful. Need to know your skincare routine.
Oh, we got an update. Hold on. And I'll say this. Literally, a dad wrote Decker, my son, in all caps. This hasn't updated yet. So hold on, guys. The suspense. I mean, you wouldn't write Decker all caps if you struck out, right? You wouldn't be like, so something had to happen. Okay.
You at least got on me.
I don't think you'd write Decker if you got on base.
Not in caps.
You have to
He
explore.
might have written it in lowercase. You know, he might.
All caps and exclamation marks.
Well, thank you for your skincare questions. I hydrate. Right? I've always eaten healthy, you know, from back in the day. You can't even hear me right now. He's right now. Field of Dreams. Wait, you know?
Yeah, that was huge. He hit it out to the right field. Got a double on that.
Yes!
We can go to the island with the runner in third with only one out, so we're okay.
So, and
Oh, sorry. Just saw Decker hit it up. He walked it off, guys. That was the bottom of the fifth. He walked off. All right, good. Now I can put this away. All right.
That's amazing. I got it.
Listen, for all you parents out there, man, I've never sweat more than watching my kids play. My daughter plays softball and volleyball, my son's baseball and
My
rugby.
son does basketball and volleyball.
It's crazy as a parent.
Yeah.
Like,
It is.
you know, they're 10 years, it's 10. It's not too far off of like what the age we were when we started Saved by the Bell. I can't imagine my parents, like the stress they must have had when we were on stage.
Right.
And that's basically what we were. We'd be in front of an audience doing what we did.
Live.
And you're live and you're the pressure for that. I
And
don't,
I mean, there was a bar we knew we had to deliver as professionals, and yet we were kids. We really were. You guys know a lot of the shows that you've grown up loving and watching. A lot of the people playing kids were in their 20s already, but we.
well, 90210 was like that. 90210. And I remember, like, somebody asked me when I was a kid, like, I was probably 16, I was a little shit. But, yeah, a big one. But somebody asked me about 90210, and I remember going, like, what's the biggest difference? And, you know, you say, like, well, it's... Yeah, I did. No, I say, well, we don't have receding hairlines. You know that I had to write a letter of apology? Eric's telling me. Yeah, that was one of those where Aaron's phone would like to talk to you. I was like, for a role?
Serious?
I guess I had a job.
Right.
No, for that comment. Sounded very disrespectful and wasn't in line with the character that I was. It was true. We were going back. We were kids.
We got our driver's licenses together. We did school together 3 hours a day on days we would be filming. And like Mark Paul said, Friday nights we would do the show in its entirety, in order, like a play, but in front of the studio audience of peers that would bust in. And it was like a pep rally. And it was so much fun. I mean, the live shows were so much fun. We had the energy like we have with you right now. It was just joyful, and I'm sure our parents had this anticipatory anxiety and nerves, and they just wanted the baby to do a good job, you know? And we all took care of each other though, as a group, we really did. We were bonded and tight and looked after each other and had a blast.
So before I was in my head with this, but it was something about skincare.
But I have it for you. So,
What's that?
my question for you is, so your post.
Did you answer this
She
question?
did. And she told me, I'll pay more attention than you did. Sorry, it's the teacher in me coming out.
Yeah, you did.
So, Mark Hall, your post-Saved by the Bell career is marked by some pretty dark characters. So that being said, like, I appreciate the night and day difference between Zach and like Cooper from that gave us a special sort, like you said. So, like, but in your opinion, like, who is the darkest, most twisted, messed up character that you've played?
Zach.
Anybody who's watched Zach Morris is trash. But that's the thing. It's like people have asked me, like, "Oh man, you're playing a really dark character." I'm like, I was born to play that character. You know, watch Zach Morris. Go back with that lens. Like, just watch one episode of Zach Morris is trash on YouTube. Our buddy Dashiell Driscoll, he was on assignment for Funny or Die. He was working, and that was his assignment. Like, I'm going to create a show. He was a fan of the Saved by the Bell, and he created Zach Morris is Trash. He became a writer on the reboot for us. Him and I did a podcast together. Just to watch one show, and then it'll change your whole aspect of how your dear old Zach Morris.
Also,
Not so awesome.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey, my name's Matt. I also travel for my work. I'm an illusionist, and so I have a kid who also plays travel ball. So I totally relate to you with watching like all the updates, you know, when you're out of town. So that's totally fine, I'm sure, for most of us. So, but my question for you guys: what would you say past, you know, TV, movies, your personal projects? You have so many different projects. You also have families. You've got faith. You've got different things. When you leave this world behind, what do you want to most be remembered for?
That's a deep question.
I'm pretty simple. I mean, I think I just want to be known to my wife and my kids as a good husband and a good father. I'm good with that. But that's me. I love people that.
Mark Paul and I share, and have always shared, a very similar value system, and that has never wavered one bit. And so, I mean, not to say the same thing, but for me, to be the wife that I am to my husband, and the mother that I am to our son, and the daughter to my parents, I mean, that's the greatest gift in life. I am extremely blessed, and I know I have been, to be able to also realize my dreams as an artist, and that is wonderful, and I'm grateful, and to get to have that expression of what is inside my heart and that I need to do creatively is a gift. But I am grateful that throughout all of it, I have carried with me the understanding of what is most important, even having that singular vision of having the dream when I was little, growing up in Michigan and wanting to come to Hollywood to do what I'm doing now. Amazing, but it's never been lost on me, so of what is most important. And to be of service to others as often as possible in the smallest ways or bigger, in the ways that people may not see every day.
That's great, thank you.
Hi there, Hermione. Hi. Is your toe okay?
You were the show of your generation. What was it about some of the fact that I wanted to get out of watching Saved by the Bell?
Can I ask you, because I know you have a great question and I don't want to miss anything, will you you put the mic just a little closer so I can hear your great question?
Yeah. You were the show of a generation. What would you want someone from my generation and mine to get out of watching Saved by the Bell?
Wow. That's a deep question.
You know, I'm just saying, like, what's in this question? It's so heavy.
What would you want your
Your
generation to
generation
get
to
out
get
of?
out of the show.
The first thing that comes to mind, great question, very deep, soulful question. Well, I would say that I would want them to get the importance of true, meaningful friendship and how that can help you navigate life. You don't need a ton of friends, but a small, close group that has your back, you're lucky. So I would love for them to just see, you know, to devote themselves to friends that deserve it.
I just hope that when you're watching the show, you smile because you have a beautiful smile, and that's all I want to see. You're welcome.
Hello, my name is Jenna.
Do you have a heavy question too? You have heavy boots on. I was just like, oh, here we go. Here we go.
So, what kind of hairspray did you use? And how much of it did you use?
Okay.
Oh, me.
I'll tell you. And this
Oh,
is so
Mitchell.
funny. I went to Bruce Springsteen last Sunday, which was epic. Okay? Any Springsteen fans here? Okay. So
That's nice. I'd like to know.
I'm surprised. It was epic. And in the crowd, actually, was the woman who did our hair on the show, and I haven't seen her, Debbie. I haven't seen her in I don't know, 30 years. Anyway, we were laughing, talking about how she would go through a can of Shaper hairspray by Sebastian. Like almost a can, because we would do, was it 2 shows in a row? Or just one?
We would do,
Like one run?
No, one run. We would
And
do,
one for the audience.
yeah.
But-
So we worked from like 9 to 3,
Yeah.
and then we have
Sometimes
lunch.
midnight.
No, they wouldn't do that to us. Yeah, not.
No,
now.
they-
Now they would do it. With kids?
Yeah.
I don't think they care as much. there's all the laws now. Back then, with us, there was
We
no
were very
laws.
protective.
What? We were?
Yeah, 3 hours of school and then,
Not on Fridays.
oh, true.
Yeah.
But anyway, the hairspray question.
We're in the
Sebastian.
beach right now, guys. So, Sebastian.
Sebastian, white Shaper, it was in a can.
I think I was too cheap at home. I would buy that Aussie.
Oh yeah, Aussie, hair clothes. Was it purple?
Yes, it's purple.
That's the kind I use.
Aussie.
Yeah, the
So,
purple
cheaper.
kangaroo.
Expensive. Huh?
Purple kangaroo.
Yes.
Purple kangaroo. Yeah, she used like the high-end stuff.
I mean, I have.
No, she.
hair.
I dyed my hair a lot. Oh, guys, look at this. Not only did we outdone by my son, who had a walk-off single, my daughter just did a 2-run home run. And Lou, 2-run home run.
Who's what? How did your wife divide
That's
her time?
his teacher. My teacher, my son's teacher came out to watch him, and he was able to do that. Tell you, if you have kids, and there's how many people here have kids? Man, does he go by quick. I'm gonna ask myself a question. The biggest regret I have now is that I'm aging and my kid and like the kids, like I don't feel like I have enough time with them. It's like you just watch them. And you know what the worst thing is? My iPhone or your Android or whatever. Having photos.
Reminding you of your
Oh, gosh, the photo memories you get. Like, and then you, like, when you're bored and you're sitting there and you're just like scrolling through pictures from 6 months ago, and you're like, oh my gosh, I did that 6 months ago, and then you look a year, and then 5 years, and then, oh my.
No, and I often wonder for our kids, because, you know, they'll look at your phone, right? Sometimes
Oh,
look at
yeah,
pictures.
yeah.
I often wonder the things that are true memories for us before these phones are true memories. But when they see a picture that might show up a few times, does it lock in the memory in a different way because of the photo?
As like a third person?
Right, because we all know they have it consistently imprinting multiple times.
By the way, I don't know how old like the crowd is, but for our parents, like we would have like one photo a year. It might have been my birthday. It's probably out of focus. It's now got a coffee stain on it. Or if you said, hey mom, can I see a photo? Then you have to go to an album and like get it out. Like, or slides, but it would be stuck. It would be like glued to a page, and they'd have to like take a blow dryer and try to get it off. You kids nowadays.
Although I'm glad we didn't have obviously cell phones. We had this phone. Because we like bicep curls with it. But we had like wrap parties and different things that we would take pictures of. We had to wait 2 weeks to get them developed.
Yeah, and the guy at the photo mat looked through them and was like, oh, nice party. Are you on the show? Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. First day when it's not.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question for you. How much dedication did it take to get the show like how it was?
How much patience did it take, you said?
Dedication.
Dedication. That's a great question.
Up with Alabama. Sorry, did I say that?
The dedication, it took a lot of dedication because we were trying to be and trying to have as normal of a childhood as possible, which our parents really did contribute to making sure each of our parents, we had a good group, we were lucky. And then the focus of homework, plus memorizing new lines, plus rehearsal every day, it took a lot of dedication. There were some things I missed, like about regular school. Whenever we were on break, I went back to regular school. But to me, I never felt like I was, when I say I missed, I didn't feel like I was missing out really, because what I was doing, there was nowhere I would have rather been than on that set. So it was, but dedication definitely needed to be there because we were professionals from such a young age.
I'll say something that's usually the case, not always, but usually the case. The more dedication you put into something, the more you get out of it. And what you saw in Saved by the Bell, and the reason why it's still enjoyed, I think, to this day, is because there was a lot of dedication by everyone involved, the cast included, and it came off on screen. And that's the beauty of sometimes when you give that dedication to something, whether it's whatever you're interested in, the more dedication you put into something, generally you get more out of it, you get more reward for it. And that was sort of the outcome with Saved by the Bell. But it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes you'll do things and you don't get something out of it, but that's okay as long as you're comfortable with it. But there was a lot of dedication put into Saved by the Bell, and I think that's why it's still so special.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Laura Beth, and I want to...
2 words, Laura Beth.
Yes, 2 words. And if you could go back and refilm an episode of Saved by the Bell, what would it be and why?
Okay, I know what it would be for me. It would definitely be Friends Forever, because I actually didn't get to, it was the only episode I missed, because I hurt my knee, and I never, and that song has gone, I was not in that episode, because I fell during the rehearsal.
Wait, you weren't in it at all, like the entire episode. How did we do that? Who got your
Never
lines?
discussed.
Who got your lines?
It just went away. They rewrote it, took it out. Yeah.
I didn't know what I mean.
That's why when we did it in the reboot, I was like, I'm getting a full circle moment here. I finally get to sing Friends Forever. I finally get to be a part of this.
Did you guys know that?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Sorry.
Don't act like you did. Wait, seriously, show of hands. Who knew she wasn't in that episode? Not a lot. Not a lot.
Well, because I make such an impact that they. Okay. Really missed me that day. Make decisions.
No, you're not. No, absolutely. But I'm just saying,
But how
how do
was
I not know that?
I
It's
bought
like,
a new pair of cowboy boots. Okay. On a Monday. We started rehearsals on a Monday and taped on Friday.
Oh, cowboy boots were so big then.
Yeah, I wore them with
She was so
sunglasses.
cute. Cowboy boots. That's right. You used to wear them with your sundresses. That's right. You wear these little flowy sundresses and cowboy boots. It was so cute. It was like, she was pretty hot.
She's realistic.
Yo, she's hot.
But I fell as we were going to rehearse on here where Jay Leno, the stage floor was in our stage. I fell. Mario was tickling me and I slipped. And my knee, which I can't show you because I'm wearing jeans, I have a scar still. I fell on the metal threshold. My shoes weren't stuck
I
up.
vaguely remember
I
this.
fell and
That's
it
stitches.
burst with my stitches and I
remember this.
So friends forever for me, for sure.
But why didn't
Why didn't they wheel me in?
But no, I do remember this. Lisa, the character, we did the sprain. She had, thing. Why didn't they do something like that?
That's what I mean, like I couldn't have.
You could have done something.
Yeah, because I came to rehearsal.
Crutches. You could have done it.
I know, I don't know.
You came to work? And then they just,
I came right from stitches and I was like, I'm not
or
missing
stitches, that
rehearsal.
would have been a good
I
guy too.
was like, I'm not missing rehearsal. I'm gonna keep watching the blocking.
So where did you watch? Did you watch the show on Friday? Were you there?
I don't think
You know what I mean? Like,
I think there was a lot of pain.
you're probably high on like. Do you guys know what those caffeine pills were? No, they weren't Tic Tacs. Huh?
That was pretty Altoids.
The Altoids. They were red.
Red hot.
Caffeine. Don't do too much caffeine, please. Drinking Red Bulls and Prime. Drinking Primes and, caffeine.
But do you like to drink Prime
No.
Gatorade?
No.
Do you do elements?
And he drinks like elements, right?
Or
Those are
Ultra?
electrolytes.
Or Ultra?
Yeah. But
What episode would you like if you could refilm it? About Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And sample that apple and wrap it in the box.
I did. We kids? Listen, I don't remember any of these. We did a whole podcast about this, and I don't remember any of this stuff. Kiss you? Why would I kiss you? Or, Slater's mom?
Jesse and Zach had a moment.
It is, yeah.
I mean, he did crawl through the window whenever he did.
Yeah. Well, that I know because of the podcast that I did with Nashville was a rewatch, and we got through 50 episodes. We didn't get through.
Zach to the future, you guys should listen.
We didn't get to that.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I don't have any recollection of it. But I really feel like Zach and Kelly. This is my opinion, guys. So don't just prefacing that. But I don't feel like they were as good a couple as Slater and Jesse. Oh, I got some good feelings in that. If you watch it, I always feel like Zach and Kelly were sort of at odds. It was like a push-pull. If Kelly wasn't doing something, it's
Just Jeff.
yeah. But like Zach would instead of communicating, go, oh, I'm gonna go date that girl, and he'd try to make her jealous. By the way, that never works. Don't try that at all. But you guys had a real connection. I feel Slater and Jesse. When you guys would see each other,
With another?
No. When you would see each other on the show, you kind of would he would always tickle you, or you would put your arm around them, and you guys would be in the background doing that stuff. Tiffany and I didn't have that.
Unless it was
Directed in the script.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys took it to another level. You guys weren't dating, but you guys were kind of, and I think the reason why I look back at those episodes is because Tiffany always had her boyfriends on set.
Real life.
Real life boyfriends. So I'd have to kiss her and be like,
Anyway.
you cool with this? Can I kiss your girlfriend? Because I was 16 and her boyfriends were always older.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm gonna kiss your girl. You know?
In front of you.
So like,
right
I had to
now.
hold her hand, I'd be like,
Right.
you know, and I wasn't like you and Mario. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very organic. Anyway, Laura, Beth, we answer your question. I don't even know what your question is. I don't know. I'll do them all. Let's start over.
Let's do it.
Let's start again.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the show, this, as you know, the show opened with my monologue. That was really nerve-wracking. The show opened with
Always a big chunk. Yeah.
Zach waking up in the morning and then pulled down the thing with Kelly.
Yep.
On the and he talks about it. I remember that as an actor being really, I was very excited because when I got the script, I was like, oh, I get to play Ferris Bueller. He's talking to the camera. But then actually doing that in front of a live audience, and that's how we opened up in the live audience, and they didn't know who you were, and you're talking to an audience, that was a lot of pressure as an actor, as a kid. But we got through it.
No, you had carried that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alex. My freshman year of college was your senior year of high school. So thank you for my afternoons after class. Appreciate that. Over the last years, we've seen your show go from a kids show to being a cultural milestone with things like Zach Morris' Trash, which I was going to mention, you beat me to it. Various videos talking about different conspiracy theories about Saved by the Bell, including that it was all in Zach's mind, as well as various YouTube lists that show Saved by the Bell as being some of the top moments in television or emotional moments in television. And I'm curious, when you're making a show, and more importantly, being away from it as long as you have, to see the reaction, to see a room full of people who still love it. How does that make you feel, and is it a vindication of the aforementioned dedication that a small child was trumping on, as far as your body of work?
Well, this is another great question. Start with. Okay. You know, when we were making it, we really had no indication of the impact, and we for sure did not ever dream that it would have this kind of long-lasting, multi-generational. Multi-generational.
Sorry guys, like my son just got drafted into I'm gonna back it up, by the way, because when we did this show, we all came from different backgrounds, and we didn't know each other, and like she said, we did, I don't know how many episodes, typically on a show you get between 13 and 22, 22 being the maximum shows. I don't know how many we first got that first season. 7. Okay, so we do 7 episodes. Different cultures. We do 7, and unlike a real, and I say real show because, like I said, the shows now, there's a set amount. You do 13, you wait, you get picked up, you do another 13 or maybe more, they like it, you do 22. We did 7, and then we were like,
it was like an experiment.
It was an experiment. We all went back to our lives. We all said, like, bye. I think you're great. Good luck. We had no idea. This went on probably the entire run of the show until it went into syndication in 1996. And when it was syndicated, we reached a broader audience. We would do small tours, and we would see 2,000, 2,500 people show up. We didn't have social. We weren't like looking at
that ratings. Was the only way to get the metrics. Check on how we were having an impact.
So we never knew the success of the show until syndication, and then it was watched when you came home from school. It was on,
first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning, and it just kept going, and it just kept snowballing.
And
kept
TBS,
picking up new generations, and then it's on Netflix, and then it's on Hulu, and who knows where it is now?
Yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
My dad just told me.
Peacock?
Peacock.
Oh.
And
BTV. What's it?
BTV on Sunday mornings. I get to
Yeah, and
watch
so.
So we just never knew.
But then, you know, of course, then we started to realize it was impacting like different generations, right? Someone is now standing with their child, sharing what it meant to them. They were a latchkey kid, came home from school. Someone told me that such a sweet woman came up to me and said this. She watched and got up at 6 a.m. to watch a full hour before leaving for school. Like it just started to.
I wasn't cool in school, by the way. Like I would go back after filming a season of Saved by the Bell, people would be like, "Oh, what were you for 3 months?" I'm like, "Oh, I was filming this show, Saved by the Bell."
And they didn't really know it.
But they didn't really know it, and honestly, it wasn't that cool of a show then. Because 90210 was out this time, and that was like, oh, well, did you see what edgy?
Yeah.
Like, and I was watching 90210. I'm like, well, we're doing things about caffeine pills, they're doing things about heroin. What are you doing? I don't want to have to write into a letter. But they were doing some edgy stuff, you know. They were just doing things that were just bonkers, and we were doing things about steroids.
Or who's going to ask?
But that's the beauty of our show too. You know, that's why it continues to find a generation, because it's something that I can play for my 9-year-old daughter
and not worry
about it. And I can watch, you know, my 20-year-old son can watch it, and just they have two different points of interest on the show, and they still enjoy it. We never thought the show would be what it is today or over the decades. I mean, we just never knew.
No.
So I hope that answers.
Well, we're delighted.
Yeah.
You know, the joy that it brings people. I mean, it's really, it's left such an imprint and continues to also be a part of people making memories together through the show, which is huge. So it means a lot.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Hey guys, how much time do we have? I want to just make sure we have 4 minutes. 5 minutes? I like your answer. 5 minutes. 5. I like 5. I'll take 5. All right, because I kind of want to get through the questions, but we're not going to get through these questions.
Oh, I'll be really quick.
No, take your time. It's your time now. Please.
So you both like started these characters very young, and like you kind of like grew with them. Was there ever like a time where it was hard to separate yourself from the character?
Time out. I was the furthest from the character. You gotta understand, I was a very awkward kid who, I don't know if you remember, but I had like bad skin every once in a while. I had this big zit on my face or something. And it would really crush me because I was like, I don't want to be on the screen. So for me, it was really hard to play it. Like, I didn't want, like, Zach Morris was who I wanted to be, right? Like, those are the kids in my school that I saw. I was not that kid. And then you're working with, like, you know, gorgeous women and very talented guys. And I don't know, I was always very uncomfortable with that. So, no, I didn't want to, I wasn't like my character at all. You were kind of like Jesse, other than the Jesseisms, but you were like, you could dance and,
right,
you know,
dance and
you were tall.
I did break into dancing after using the flute, right? Does anyone know that reference? Otherwise, I'm dying right now.
Did you play the flute?
No, there was like this, and then I put it down, and then
Oh, yeah.
okay. Anyway, but no, I didn't have a hard time separating from her because I think that the writers did a good job that in observing us, especially after the first season, to kind of see who we were, and they would bring certain elements of what they observed. I thought that was really smart on their part, to bring certain isms that they witnessed and weave them into the character. I think Jesse was, in some ways, like an extreme version of some of the things. You know, I do have a strong work ethic, and I am a bit of a perfectionist, but they would then kind of, you know, bring that into that adolescent time and heighten it maybe a bit more. But yeah, there were things that I felt connected to her, and I certainly loved playing a young woman that I didn't really see on TV at that time in terms of unapologetically using her voice for good, speaking up for her friends. This wasn't really something that we saw a lot of, and so I felt I had an awareness while doing it. This isn't just, you know, post the show, but like while doing it, recognizing it was kind of unique to get to do that. I was raised like that, so it was interesting for me to get to play that kind of part.
Thank you so much. Those are great answers.
All right, we got you.
So I didn't have a question when I got in line, and I was hoping to come up with one of those deep questions, and I'm just dying. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna ask? But I came up with something. Can I do something for your son? Sure. Can we do the wave that you can record it and send it to him?
But it's for my son and daughter.
And yeah, for your son and daughter.
I like that.
Yeah. So I don't know if we just start like here, and then we just kind of, so one person starts, and then we all go, and then he can record it.
We can go, we can be the Decker side. Decker, and we can say Lou. That's my daughter.
Okay, so
Decker.
So Decker and Lou.
Yeah, so I'll go over here, and we'll yell Decker, and then I'll go like this, we'll go Lou. And we'll go Decker, Lou. Right?
And then we're gonna make one quick one where everyone says Sky, okay?
Yeah.
Because he just got the role in the musical Frozen, and he's playing Kristoff. Thank you, that is very sweet.
And then we're unfortunately, we're gonna have to come by our booths. And come talk to us if you have more questions. We're here all day. So no, I'm gonna say, we'll riff. You guys are the Deckers and you're the Lou's. Okay? Here we go.
All right, here. So this song's gonna start. We're gonna do Lou. So
Decker.
Decker. 1, 2, 3. Decker!
Okay, we're gonna do a big Sky congratulations.
S-K-Y just says, Sky?
No, Sky congratulations. Or do you want him to say Kristoff?
Congratulations on Kristoff.
Okay, great. Congratulations on Kristoff. 3.
Sky.
Congratulations!
Oh, you guys.
Thanks, you guys are amazing.
You know what? And you just helped make our being away from them, you know, bring the love back to them. So thank you guys. That really means a lot.
We really appreciate it. Come back right next to each other. And we'll answer your questions. Don't wait in line. Just come right to the front and we'll answer your 3 questions.
Complete. No. Authority.